Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel The Car Cove. When you think of iconic Indian SUVs, one name that instantly comes to mind is the Tata Safari. For over 2 decades, this nameplate has stood as a symbol of ruggedness, road presence, and adventure. In this video, we dive deep into the legacy, evolution, and current avatar of the Tata Safari, a machine that has evolved with time but has never forgotten its roots. Back in 1998, when the Tata Safari was first launched, the Indian automobile market was dominated by small hatchbacks and sedans. SUVs were considered a niche segment, primarily used for utilitarian purposes or by off-roading enthusiasts, but Tata Motors had a different vision. They wanted to offer an SUV that was aspirational, stylish, and capable, and so, the Safari was born. It was India's first truly indigenously designed and developed SUV, which made it not just a vehicle, but a milestone in Indian automotive history. The original Safari came with a 2.0-liter turbocharged diesel engine and a body-on-frame construction that gave it true off-road capability. It wasn't the most refined SUV on the road, but it had character, loads of it. Whether you were cruising on the highway or tackling broken trails in the countryside, the Safari could take it all in stride. It became the go-to vehicle for those who wanted to stand out, who wanted to explore the unexplored, and who believed that the journey was more important than the destination. Over the years, Tata Motors kept evolving the Safari. The decor and later the Worker engines brought in better performance and refinement. The interiors became more premium, the features more upmarket, and the overall product more appealing to urban buyers. However, what remained constant was its strong stance, tall driving position, and go-anywhere attitude. For many, it was more than just a car, it was a lifestyle statement. Fast forward to 2021, and the Safari was reborn. But this time, it came with a whole new philosophy. Instead of continuing with the old-school ladder-on-frame setup, the new Safari adopted a monocoque chassis derived from the Omega R platform, a modified version of Land Rover's D8 platform. This marked a significant shift in how Tata envisioned the Safari. It was no longer just a rugged SUV, it was now a modern, tech-laden, family-friendly vehicle that could still evoke a sense of adventure. The new generation Safari features a striking design. At the front, the high-set bonnet, bold grille with tri-arrow motifs, and sleek DRLs give it a confident, contemporary look. The split headlamp setup adds to its aggressive stance. Moved to the side, and the strong shoulder line, large wheel arches, and stylish alloy wheels emphasize its SUV DNA. But it's the rear that stands out with its clean lines, LED tail lamps, and the large Safari badging that proudly connects the past to the present. Step inside and you're welcomed into a cabin that screams premium. Tata has done a fantastic job with the fit and finish, the material quality, and the overall layout. The oyster white leatherette upholstery, soft touch materials, and panoramic sunroof all add to the sense of space and luxury. The layered dashboard with its floating 10.25-inch infotainment screen, digital instrument cluster, and touch-based climate controls feels very modern and upmarket. Comfort is another area where the Safari excels. The front seats are wide and well bolstered, offering excellent support for long journeys. The second row can be configured with either a bench seat or captain chairs, making it ideal for both families and chauffeur-driven buyers. And then there's the third row. While not the most spacious in the segment, it's usable and gets its own AC vents and charging ports. Tata has made sure that this SUV truly caters to 7 occupants without compromising too much on comfort. Under the hood, the Safari is powered by a 2.0-liter Crotec turbo diesel engine sourced from Fiat, producing 170 PS and 350 Nm of torque. It's paired with either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter automatic. The powertrain feels strong and refined, especially in the mid-range. Whether you're overtaking on the highway or climbing steep inclines, the engine doesn't disappoint. The automatic gearbox, in particular, offers smooth shifts and makes city driving effortless. The ride quality is one of the biggest highlights of the Safari. Thanks to its well-tuned suspension setup and solid build, the Safari glides over potholes and bad roads with ease. Even at triple-digit speeds, it feels planted and composed. The steering is light at low speeds and weighs up adequately at higher speeds, giving the driver confidence behind the wheel. And while it may not have a dedicated 4x4 system, it does offer terrain response modes like wet, rough, and normal, enhancing its mild off-roading capabilities. Safety has always been a priority for Tata Motors, and the Safari is no different. It comes equipped with 6 airbags, ESP, hill hold and descent control, all-wheel disc brakes, ISOFIX mounts, and a strong body structure that meets global crash test standards. The build quality inspires confidence, and the car has proven itself in real-world incidents time and again. Tata has also ensured that the Safari doesn't lag behind in terms of features. The top-spec variants get a 360-degree camera, ventilated seats, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, JBL speakers, connected car tech, an air purifier, ambient lighting, and a powered driver's seat. It's loaded to the brim and justifies its premium positioning. Now, talking about variants, the Safari is offered in multiple trims, including XM, XMS, XT, XT Plus, XZ, and XZ Plus, each catering to different kinds of buyers. For those who prefer captain seats and a more lounge-like experience, there's the Adventure and Dark editions. Tata also introduced special editions like the Kaziranga and Red Dark, which offer unique cosmetic changes and added features. What really sets the Safari apart, though, is the emotional connect it builds with its owner. It's not just a vehicle that gets you from point A to point B. It's an SUV that urges you to take the long way home, to explore a new route, or to head out on a spontaneous road trip. It brings back the essence of adventure, even in an urban setting. Owning a Safari is like joining a community, a brotherhood of explorers and enthusiasts who share stories, organize road trips, and truly live the Safari spirit. The SUV has its own fan base, its own charm, and a unique personality that's hard to replicate. Whether it's the old-gen Safari with its raw appeal or the new-gen version with its modern flair, the name Safari continues to inspire a sense of pride. Yes, it's true that the new Safari isn't a hardcore off-roader. It lacks 4x4 and a low-range gearbox, which some purists might miss, but it makes up for it by being practical, luxurious, safe, and capable in most real-world scenarios. It's a balanced SUV that caters to both the heart and the head. For most Indian families looking for a premium, 3-row SUV with character, the Safari makes a strong case. Another aspect worth appreciating is Tata's commitment to improvement. Since launch, they've consistently rolled out software updates and introduced new features based on customer feedback. This dynamic approach has helped the Safari remain competitive even as new rivals enter the market. In the Indian automotive space, where consumer preferences are rapidly evolving and competition is fierce, it's not easy to keep a nameplate alive and relevant. Yet Tata Motors has managed to reinvent the Safari in a way that respects its legacy while embracing modernity. And that's no small feat. So, if you're someone who values road presence, interior comfort, safety, and a dash of nostalgia, the Tata Safari is definitely worth considering. It's not just about the specs on paper, it's about the feeling you get when you're behind the wheel, when you're cruising through a mountain pass, or when you're simply parking it in your driveway and turning around for one last look. That feeling, that pride, is what makes the Safari special. It's more than a car. It's a symbol of progress, of journeying beyond boundaries, of making every drive a story worth telling. And in a world that's constantly chasing what's next, the Tata Safari reminds us to slow down and enjoy the ride.